All right, let's do a little instant reaction AP pre-time ranking at, 2 a.m. local time. Let's get weird after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kidfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today we got to talk about Texas. 50-48 to Kansas in Austin. Like, it's one thing to get beat down in Lawrence. And I know you didn't get beat down. Settle down, Texas fans. We'll get to the shades soon enough here. But it's one thing to get beat down in Lawrence. It's another thing to get beat down in Austin. I understand you didn't get beat down. You won by 2. But you needed a 33-yarder at the buzzer to beat Kansas. Now, some context here. After Les Miles decided to fire his offensive coordinator and promote Brent Dearmon, who's senior offensive analyst, to the job of offensive coordinator, you could see why Brent Dearmon was that dude last year. His offense, Bethel, was the highest scoring offense in the country, regardless of division. They put up points. And he was the dude that engineered the RPOs that won them the game against Boston College on the road. So it ain't like Kansas ain't done this before, but not to anybody like Texas. And we expected perhaps a Red River hangover from Oklahoma against West Virginia. Was it so? 52-14. We'll get to that in a minute. But what we saw was a hangover from Texas' offense, sorta, and of course Todd Orlando's super bad D. Okay? Look, gave up 569 yards offense and 48 points to Kansas. You gave up 300 plus yards passing to Carter Stanley in Kansas. You gave up doggone near 200 yards rushing to friggin' Puka Williams, Kansas. Okay, 259 total rushing. And then late in the game, Carter Stanley just went to carving you up, dog. Just went straight at you. I mean, you had dude Parchment drop a touchdown pass late in the game, and they lived to get that same touchdown pass to Parchment a few plays later. Between that dude and Charlton or Chartel or man, it's late. I'm messing up the dude's name. Let me go check it out because I'm out here messing up dude's name, and I don't want to be messing up dude's name because names is important. But it's 2 a.m. local time. I feel like if I'd have done this a little bit earlier or a little bit in the morning, everybody would be a little bit better off with this. But right now, let's do Charlotte. That's his name, Charlotte. Charlotte. You know what? It don't even matter because they put up 48 on Texas. A ranked Texas, for which I need the names of the AP voters that's going to rank Texas inside top 25 after this win. Because the way that we talk about Texas A&M being trash is the way we need to start talking about Texas being trash, which may talk away from Oklahoma's win against it in the Red River rivalry. And I was thinking, you know what? Texas might be good because its only losses still today are against undefeated teams. 7-0 LSU, 7-0 Oklahoma. But when you go out there and you do stuff like this, when you're supposed to be celebrating the 1969 national champions wearing their throwback jerseys, it ain't no good look, Texas. What are you doing, Texas? What are you doing? Never, don't change it. Whatever it is you're doing, don't change it because that was pathetic and it was embarrassing. And that's not even like, that's no shade. That's your own fan base. They understand. They already know what it is. Also, since we talk about pathetic and embarrassing, Wisconsin. What are you doing, baby? What you doing, baby? 24-23 to Illinois. Let me put this in perspective right quick. Illinois coming in this game, right, had 2 wins. 2 wins, 6 games. Wins were Akron and UConn. You know how many games Akron and UConn have won combined so far this year? One between them. Half a win. Combined to 1 win, half a win apiece. And that 1 win come from, you guessed it, UConn. Because Akron, undefeated. The other way. They got 0. They 0-7. They are all defeated. Akron bad. Akron actual bad. UConn real bad. Akron might be the worst FBS team in college football this year. It's like them, UMass, and UConn. That's who Illinois beat. Big Ten play, not so much. Fighting Lovie Smith be bad. So I got to ask, Wisconsin, how you going to lose a game to a team that had a quarterback to go 9-21, 174, 2 tutties? How you going to do that? How you going to win? How you going to lose the game when you got more total yardage? How you going to lose the game when Jack Cohen goes 75% completion rate, 264 yards just to pick? How you going to lose the game when Jonathan Taylor rushes for over 100 yards? You turn the ball over and they get points off turnovers. That's how you lose the game, on math. But like 24-23, yo, man, that's real bad. Like, that's the first win they got against a ranked Wisconsin team since like 2007. Awful. What are you doing, Wisconsin? They'll still be ranked in the top 10, but they shouldn't be. And we all know they shouldn't be. All right? Had me gassing up Wisconsin going in this game. I'm talking about Wisconsin juggernaut. Wisconsin might give Ohio State the business. Wisconsin going to make the college football playoff. I say, no, sir. Not no more. Nope. This is worse than Ohio State getting beat down by 28 by Purdue. It's that bad. Speaking of Ohio State, they might be the best team in the country after this weekend, after what I saw. Because common opponent, Northwestern, look, Northwestern gave Wisconsin the business, but Wisconsin got a business-like win. Friggin' Ohio State goes to Evanston and drops 52 on them. Destroys Fighting Pat Fitzgerald and his Luddites and his merry band of We Not Going Union. I mean, they tried to union. I should give them credit for that. Noted Luddite and rotary phone enthusiast Pat Fitzgerald got beat down by Ryan Day and Justin Fields. And you know what? It's 52 points they put up, but they could have put up more because I watched a lot of that game Friday night, man. That game was 52-3. 52-3. 3 teams scored 52 points. All 3 schools are undefeated. There's a note. Put that one on game day. Look, you got Ohio State beat down Northwestern 52-53. Justin Fields talked about in the Heisman race because he ain't putting up like the Heisman race kind of numbers, but he should be and he probably will be by the middle of November. The other team that scored 52 points, Appalachian State, 52-7 against Louisiana's Monroe Warhawks, which is an awesome mascot. And that same Warhawks team should have beat Florida State. Appalachian State, they say no, sir. They say we're going to put up over 500 yards of offense and you're going to like it. Mountaineers is real. Noted Norman native Eli Drinkwitz is the head coach, and they got a date with South Carolina in November, and they could be UCFing up this here college football playoff again. I'm here for it. Appalachian State, the best group of 5 team, still winning. And we know this because BYU beat down Boise State. They was undefeated before this, and then they lost out late. Bet y'all didn't see that because y'all wasn't up late like me doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, Boise State went down, so now we down to a few more unbeatens. But you know what? Baylor, they get to keep coming on. 7-0, 45-27 against Oklahoma State. Look, I understand that some of y'all want to feel like Baylor is that team. But I'm telling you, Oklahoma State put up 275 yards rushing. If they had anything quarterback other than a dude that looked like Alex Delton in different clothes, it'd have been a different game. Spencer Sanders had 2 reads. Throw it to Tylan Wallace and run. That's it. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard go for like 32 and 174, something like that. Some awesome. Still didn't do nothing. Nada. All right. Baylor was running all over Oklahoma State's defense. Freaking Charlie Brewer, 13 and 17 for 312. JaMychal Hasty said, I'm getting mines. Against this trash defensive line at Oklahoma State, and y'all lost on homecoming. Lost bad on homecoming. 45-27, that's losing bad on homecoming. Last few years, it's been difficult for Baylor to go in there and get a W in Stillwater. They got a W. Matt Rule is already matched his win total from last year, and they feeling good about themselves. Right there at number 2 in the Big 12 behind my Oklahoma Sooners. Shout out to Austin Kendall. Everybody love him, but look, it was all about Jalen Hurts, man. 16-17 for 316. 75 yards passing, or 75 yards rushing. See, I'm delirious. 75 yards rushing, 10 rush attempts, and that's after he gave up 11-yard loss, right? Still averaging over 100 yards rushing a game. The only quarterback in the country doing that, and he set the highest mark in pass efficiency rating by any quarterback in the country, 308.5. Dude is cruising right along. Might have vaulted back to the front of the Heisman voting straw poll, depending on who you want to talk to and how you feel about Joe Burrow just destroying. Yes, I said it, destroying Mississippi State. 327 yards passing, 4 tutties. Joe Moorhead might get fired at the end of the year. It's like that down in Starkville. But they rolling straight to, we hope, Tuscaloosa. Because I don't know what kind of Tuscaloosa team they're going to get. Because I watched Bama, Tennessee, and I watched Tua Tagovailoa leave the game. Ankle injury. Hopefully it ain't too serious because I really want to watch Tua Tagovailoa lead Alabama at home against Joe Burrow's LSU. Might be the game of the year. Might be a dud. We'll have to see. Maybe dude gonna be all right. And then you rolling through it. SMU, 17-0. Number 19, SMU. Beat another Temple of Worship. Temple, 45-21. Same Temple team that beat down Maryland. Same Temple team that beat down Memphis. SMU might be actual for real. I think so. Either that or, I don't know what the opposite of real is. Fake? Because they're not fake. Can't be fake. Shane Buechele threw 457 yards. SMU put up 655 yards of offense. It is like that. My dude Reggie Robertson put up 250 yards receiving, 8 catches. They was ridiculous. They was awesome. Like, I'm looking at the stats and I'm going, yo, how you going to complete 457 yards worth of passing, 6 tutties, and only 53% of your passes? 30 of 53. That's what Shane Buechele went for. Reggie Robertson was obviously a big contributor to that. 31.3 yards per catch. He had 8 catches. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. That's awesome. 45-21. So we got SMU at 7-0. We got Baylor at 7-0. TCU, Texas Christian. Have you been living right? Huh? Are you right with God? Are you sure? Because I feel like, the Methodists and the Baptists been doing something that you might not have been doing. They 7-0. What's up? I don't know. Maybe you want to talk about it. Maybe you don't. We talked about Alabama 35-13. Go over Tennessee. Jeremy Pruitt was also losing his mind in that game. That was a lot of fun to watch. Because, Jeremy Pruitt was acting like the dude at the bar who thought that he might get a drink faster if he went off and stole on the bouncer at the bar. That ain't my joke. That's Bud Elliott's joke over at Banner Society. I thought it was a good joke, so I want to share it here. Vandy beat down number 22 Missouri. And then Derek Mason went full Vandy man on him. He started wilding after the game. You can see it in the post-game interview. But I heard back in the locker room he was wild too. Get it, dog. I can play for you. It's cool. Now we ain't got to deal with Barry Odom in Missouri no more. Thank you. I appreciate that. Salute to you there, sir. All right. Y'all ain't that good. But hey, look, you knocked off the top 25 team and you get to keep your job. That's what it's all about, baby. You get to keep your job. Making them millions to coach a private school in Nashville. Talk about, Oregon finally got a top 25 win. Barely got the win. Barely got the top 25 win because Washington was ranked number 25. Late in the game, Washington had an opportunity to go down there and win. Jacob Eason tried to force it late on 4th down. They got turnover on downs, and Oregon wins 35-31. This game was actually pretty close on paper, which is another reason why I just don't trust Oregon. They could be like Michigan State back in the day when they made the college football playoff. Just be the weakest member and get beat down. Because I thought the defense was about something. Nah, y'all gave up 400 yards of offense. All right? Okay? Gave up like 280 yards passing. Didn't get any turnovers. Right? Wasn't really in the backfield like that. I don't know, man. Maybe you'll roll through and win the Pac-12 championship. Maybe you won't. But you're not going to have to face Arizona State there because Utah got a really good win against a good, hot Arizona State team. Now Utah's only dealing with that bad USC loss. Yeah, okay, cool. I like Utah up against that Oregon squad. I like him with Zach Moss being healthy, with Tyler Huntley learning how to throw the ball down the field, and with Kyle Whittingham basically going chest up against Chris Peterson. I think Kyle Whittingham might crack Chris Peterson in half. They had to go head up, but that's just me. Minnesota beat Rutgers 42-7. Now, we can talk about Minnesota's offense, but we won't because, Rutgers quarterback went 9-19 for 48 yards. Ooh. He threw any picks in this game? He threw 3 picks in this game, y'all. Minnesota, you got to understand. My man Johnny Langham, he got a family. He got to go home for Thanksgiving. And if you're going to pick off 3 of his 19 passes, you only let him complete 9 of them for 48 yards, he might show up to your house. He might show up to your house on Thanksgiving, with a 40 in each hand, saying, I guess I'm here now. Because you can't embarrass nobody like this and expect them to be just okay. Rutgers has scored just 14 points in Big Ten play, which is the least amount by a Big Ten 10 through this amount of time since 1943. That's another great ESPN statistic that I read on the bottom line. Probably just like the rest of y'all. Man, my goodness. Clemson, 45-10 victory over Louisville. We can talk about Trevor Lawrence throwing those picks, and we can talk about Travis Etienne rushing for 192 yards. Good God. When you put it in perspective that Travis Etienne rushed for 192 yards as Trevor Lawrence threw for 233, you understand what kind of offense that they really got down there at Clemson. But the defense is Brent Venables, and it's ridiculous. Like a booger, I stick to this. Take a whiff of this. Rock. What we got? I remember I read this and I went buck wild. 3 turnovers. That's right. 269 yards offense. I think that's 7 straight teams that Clemson has held to under 300 yards total offense. I only know that statistic because I'm a Clemson degenerate and I weep for the way we lost Brent Venables. But now we got Alex Grinch back, so everything going to be all right. We're going to be copacetic. Going to run the table. Going to make it to the college football playoff. Going to win national championship in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's see. Auburn, they are the latest to enjoy the Chad Morris experience. 51-10 victory over Arkansas. Chad, you sure you want to do this? You sure you want to invite your son into this, Chandler? I mean, you took the commitment. I mean, it'd be bad if you reverse commitment, but I think you could, but just by saying, hey, man, I can't bring you into this crime zone. I can't bring you into this. We got yellow caution tape all up around Arkansas. Why would I bring my child in there? I don't know what is worse, Chad Morris' coaching career at Arkansas, or the fact that he thinks it's all right to bring his child into a violent environment like that. That ain't okay. That ain't what it's going to be. I mean, I wouldn't let that happen. Mama, where you at? He going to go from one of the best high school football programs in Texas to this? To this? Well, for what? For what? He got Jerry Jones' grandson out there, and he going to have his kid out there? Nah, man, I can't let that slide. I can't let that slide. Meanwhile, Auburn, Gus Malzahn playing just good enough to get fired, isn't he? Want to fire him one week, want to hire him the next week. Watch. He going to mess around, beat Alabama. They still going to fire him. Iowa beat Purdue 26-20, but what I found fascinating about this is that your man's Plummer, I want to say his name is Jack Plummer. That's his name, right? Let me make sure that's his name before I keep rolling through this, because I like getting the names right when I can get them right. You know what? I'm going to just go with Jack Plummer. I bet it's Jack Plummer. Because it ain't Jake Plummer. There's only one Jake Plummer. Y'all know that. Jack Plummer. That's my man's name. Threw the ball 50 times. Completed 30 of them. Yeah. Big Ten football at its best right there. 26-20. We get Iowa, number 23 team in the country. I watched Florida try to give this game away to South Carolina, or the way you could look at it, Will Muschamp showed up to his stadium in Columbia with this big mallet behind his back called Tavian Feaster, and he tried to beat Florida to death with it. Tavian was rushing for all the yards. Like, I want to say 25 for 174. Let me see if I get this right. 175. 25 for 175. They played pretty good defense. Kyle Trask came on a little late, but I expect Florida-Georgia to be, well, a Georgia win. Hey, man, South Carolina tried to do what they could. They had a lead late, and then Florida said, no. We not Georgia. We not Georgia. We got to go to the cocktail party with our integrity intact. Meanwhile, I watched enough for Georgia, Kentucky to just enjoy the hell out of it, because it was midway through the third quarter. Kentucky didn't have not one passing yard. Zero, zilch, nothing. It was midway through the third quarter before the first points in this game was scored, y'all. Like, it was Monsoon Bowl. It was nasty. It was wet. It was as football as God intended. It was straight out of 1850s, or what was it? It's Princeton, Georgia Tech. Straight out of Princeton, Georgia Tech way back when they didn't know what a forward pass was, didn't care to know what a forward pass was, because forward pass isn't man's football. Man's football is near-death experiences. Just ask Teddy Roosevelt. He actually had to outlaw some of this stuff because dudes was dying on a football field. That's how Georgia, Kentucky felt to me, man. It's like, oh, okay, so we just going to old school this. I'm surprised Georgia even scored 21 points in this game, to be quite honest. Scored 2 touchdowns third quarter, which was 2 touchdowns more than they need to score to win this game. And then if you're going to look at the stats, my man, you got a wide receiver playing quarterback who go 2 of 15, 17 yards. The man nearly had as many attempts as he had yards. What are we doing? Bowden also had 17 rushes for 99 yards. Rose, 9 for 37. Somehow Georgia put up 270 total yards in this game, 35 of which was passing. this game. All right, Georgia, whatever. You gonna move up in the rankings because Wisconsin is trash. What else we got here? Oh yeah, my alma mater, Tulsa. 5 turnovers, 12 penalties. You know what? They had like 6 pre-snap penalties. I'm surprised Cincinnati even showed up with an offense. Yeah, he showed up with an offense. It's fine. They just don't try to get you the ball. And I understand some TU fans upset they didn't get no offense, or what was it? Yeah, I think it was pass interference. Yeah, didn't get no pass interference. I can't remember if it's offense or defense pass interference. But they didn't get to call. I'm like, get to call and do what? Get back Zach Smith so he can get sacked for the 5th time? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, come on. Anyway, Cincinnati got that 24-13. Cincinnati might roll into a pretty good situation, depending on how you feel about SMU. What we got here? What else we got left? Man, this was wild through the top 25. There were some other outstanding games that we just not going to get to here. Yeah, we got to Arizona State, Utah, just a little bit. I mean, Michigan, Penn State. I almost lost that one. Yeah, just like Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh. I almost won 11 teams against top 10. I can't. Okay, I almost won 11 top. Man, I messed it up again. Jim Harbaugh is 1-10 against top 10 teams in the AP. That ain't good. That's actual bad. He's 1-7 on the road against them. Goes into State College, felt pretty good for a secondary, and then your man's Hamlin was going ham. It just, I'm going ham. Let these folks know who I am. Man, now I'm going to be having this Kanye dream when I go to sleep. I got this really bad Kanye dream that I have every now and again where it's like he's at my house and he's like trying to mix stuff up in my studio. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing here? And he's like, Kim in the car. I'm like, leave her in the car. We don't need Kim in here neither. Y'all, matter of fact, go away. I don't want y'all nowhere near my home. He's like, yo, RJ, I'm about to make my record in here. And be like, and take 15 years to make it? Spend $250,000 going in debt? Huh? To make it? Nah, you can't make St. Paulo at my house, dog. I use YouTube beats. Let's see who we got here. Jay Patterson, 24-41, 276. Sean Clifford is just a dude, and yet he put up the same amount of numbers passing as Austin Kendall. Okay? He went 14-25, 182, 3 TDs. And Austin Kendall went 15-31, 182 with 2 TDs. That's how close Austin Kendall is to being on an undefeated team. Put better parts around him, he'd be that good. That's why I say, if he was to do it at Oklahoma, just ain't going to be what it is. We can get in that argument another day. But Hamler, 6 catches for 108 yards. My man Hamler, again, I'm surprised they don't have more KJ Ham references. I'm sure they do. Nittany Lion knows how to party. I'm sure they got that dude going on. KJ, I'm going ham. I'm going to work on that. Anyway, Penn State, 7-0, 28-21 win against the Michigan men in Happy Valley. James Franklin is rolling. Now we get to see what they going to be made of a little late. But if we going to project top 25, we got to drop Wisconsin to -37 after this loss to Illinois. We got to drop Texas to probably plus 108 after needing a Dicker the kicker to get this walk-off at home against Kansas. At home. Boise State, we can put them at about 29. That'd be fine. What else we got in here? Trying to see who else we want to drop. Washington, we can put them at 32. That'd be all right. Who else we got in here? Michigan. Y'all, we don't need to see y'all no more. I mean, you've been ranked in 24 out of 25 consecutive weeks going into this. I think that's going to be over. Put you at maybe 57, And then we'll make the rest of top 25 work. I'm going to be here to shame all the people who got the rankings wrong when we come back with another upload. All right. Doses.